I just want to review really quickly for the benefit of members of the public and guests, a little bit about the Public Art and Public Places Ordinance, which was established in 1992. This is funded with 1% of the county's general obligation bonds, except for the library bonds. So hooray for everyone who voted on this last cycle of bonds. We are fully funded. And the 1% of the GO bonds will go towards the purchase or commission of visual works of art for county facilities. And then just our County Arts Board vision statement: public art has the power to inspire curiosity, encourage contemplation, facilitate dialogue, foster community engagement, and create a sense of place. And these works are located throughout the county, and it's a means of enhancing the quality of life through the acquisition of exceptional works of art by artists at various career stages. So little background for the selection committee process. Each public art project has a local selection committee that is chosen through what's known as our stakeholder policy. So we have the user agency representative or representatives. This would be the building or facility where a public art piece will be located. And neighborhood representative or representatives, we reach out to the neighborhood association members to make sure that they're involved in the process, and then also the design professional associated with the project. So once again, this is at the West Central Route 66 Visitor Center on the west side of Albuquerque, off of Central and Atrisco Vista Boulevard, and kind of give you a sense of the project. Again, this is for the folks in the committee. This is just kind of a review, but this is a rendering of the facility on the north-facing side. So it gives you a sense of some of the exterior areas on that north-facing side. And then this is a recent aerial photograph taken from a drone of the completed facility. And this is also a drone photo looking towards the main entrance to the facility, as well as the amphitheater area on that lower part of the screen. So these were all areas that were considered for locations for the public art project. And then just a review of the committee's goals. This was a call open to New Mexico-based artists, and the committee's stated goals of the project are to create a landmark public artwork, create an original artwork that represents the past, present, and future identities and of the cultures and communities along Route 66, and to have a strong visual impact for both motorists and pedestrians. The 1% budget for the project is $22,500. And just a quick review of some of the sites and what the discussions were with the committee members. We're looking at some of the areas here, the paved areas by the north-facing side. The committee also was considering areas around the amphitheater and the staging area, and some of the areas around the stage, behind the stage, were possible sites as well. The committee was fairly open to what the artists submitting proposals would think would work best for their selected art. And we'd like to welcome Paul Sovereign as our final presenter for the Route 66 Public Art Project, the Route 66 Visitor Center Public Art Project. A big welcome to Paul, and he'll be presenting a video today, and then we'll open it up for questions from panelists. And we will do our best if there's any technical things that we need to troubleshoot. It seemed like audio and everything was working okay, so we will keep our fingers crossed. And Paul, if you'd like to jump on in and introduce yourself, and we'll get started.
Yeah, I'm Paul Sovereign, and I do say that in the video too. So, yeah, I've lived in Albuquerque since 1958. Have a fine arts degree from UNM, And currently, I've been working on a lot of projects in California. Uh, they're primarily maybe slanted more towards architecture, even though the guy wants me to go out there and help him out. But I told him I'm too busy right now with some other things in Albuquerque, so I can't do that. Yeah, it's been very lucrative. It's the first time I've ever had people start paying me for the things that I've had online, because I've been, oh gosh, I put things online, designs and so forth, probably 10 years ago. I was just doing it for fun. And now people are starting to not only like them, but they're asking me to help them and paying me to do stuff. So it's been kind of interesting. And I got very busy, and it's kind of like, hey, I'm supposed to be retired, but anyway, here I am. And I really think it's a privilege for having you guys select me, and I really look forward to helping you out if you can.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. You can start whenever you're ready.
Okay, there it goes.
Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. My name is Paul Sovereign, and I've been living in New Mexico since 1958. First of all, I want to thank you for selecting my installation proposal as one of the contenders for the Route 66 Visitor Center Public Art Project at 9 Mile Hill. Also, I'd like to thank you for taking the time today to consider this following presentation as representative as part of my vision for the site. I've drawn my inspiration for this art project primarily from the things I remember and experienced back in the 1950s and 60s along Central and New Mexico Route 66. The memories primarily included the architecture, the design of the cars, and the business signs along the way. These colorful, large signs were there to attract the passing drivers to maybe pull into their businesses. I first realized that a little background research would be helpful to further develop some ideas for the art project, that was also required to specifically address the following in my proposal. Number one, a theme for the work of art. A little historical research revealed that back in 1938, Route 66 became the first fully paved highway in the country. As the car replaced the horse and hit railroads, travel was transformed by the advent of gas stations, motels, and drive-ins. Concurrently, the Zia symbol draws on New Mexico's former nickname as the Sunshine State, a place where people could explore in their car. In 1990, Congress declared that US 66 was a symbol of the American people's heritage of travel and their legacy of seeking a better life. The hope of sunshine had become synonymous with adventure and prosperity. So this was how the theme for incorporating the Zia symbol with a Route 66 sign first got started. Not only was it a symbol for the sunshine, but it also symbolized the four directions. These were just a couple of the concepts behind the Zia symbol. Number two, impact. In terms of impact, the signage of the public art piece would identify the location of Route 66 Visitor Center at the top of 9 Mile Hill and draw interest to the prospective drivers passing on the highway. The initial slide in the video shows the abundant signage on Central Avenue, which serves as an inspiration for the art piece. The original concept included access to the art piece on the south side of the Visitor Center building, closer to the parking lot, allowing visitors to park their automobile adjacent to the piece in order to take photographs of themselves to share with their friends and family via the internet. However, after visiting the site, noting that the newly installed landscaping and talking over the site improvements with the county project engineer, it became apparent that the landscaping would interfere with the original location of the piece, and then forcing a change of the location of the north side of the property, closer to Central Avenue. In addition, the location issued cost estimates provided by sign companies in Albuquerque placed estimates for construction and installation of the piece at a minimum of $60,000 to $70,000. These projected costs were significantly over the original budget constraints for the project set by the county. It was determined this would necessitate major modifications to the design structure. Number 3, the quality of the art piece. The original configuration of the piece included a design that the sign companies indicated would not provide adequate support for the rays of the Z assembled in the art piece. By placing the structure in the form of the New Mexico state map outline around the rays of the Z design, I found would provide for adequate support for the modified design. These modifications to the art piece would also allow for possible substantial construction cost savings. Number 4, installation details and approximate timeline for project completion. The components needed for the modified design of the piece will be utilizing off-the-shelf metal building structural components. These will reduce the cost substantially, and if allowed by the company, the piece will be assembled, painted, and lifted in position onto a concrete footing at the visitor center art project center. The concrete footing will have anchor bolts installed to secure and stabilize the structure. The project was proposed that the project site will require power to assist in the assembly of the components, provide power for the rotating 66 sign, and illuminate the piece to allow the nighttime viewing. After notice to proceed is provided, we estimate a time frame of 90 days or less, depending on weather and other factors. A list of the project demonstration. A list of materials for the project demonstration. The work of art is durable and shall be likely to remain a thing of value for approximately 20 to 25 years. Red prime steel components will comprise the structure and surfaces of the public art piece. The list of these components and parts are included in the cost estimate. The piece will be painted using the highest quality paint available for the exterior portion of the piece. The paint colors would be yellow, red, turquoise, and flat black, as illustrated in the drawing.
I went ahead and added these alternate designs, the things that I'd done before, settling on that last one I showed you. This one here was just an idea for having it all on a big wheel. And even the wheel could turn, maybe. Route 66 sign would stay as it is, but the wheel could turn. I have some videos on that. I'd have to go get them and bring them up, but it's kind of out there. Kind of like the rocking of Route 66, and this is kind of representing a hood ornament that you might have on older car. Hood ornaments that they used to have. So I was playing around with a few of these ideas.